Hey, Tiny T here, and I'm looking at a quadcopter, a drone, you might call it, that I purchased from Walmart. And I like this one. It's very similar to the DJ Phantom in looks. I don't know if it operates quite like that. I don't own one of those. They're quite a bit more expensive, but this one was about $148 at Walmart. So, and it has camera function on it and a lot of things that you get on some of the more expensive ones that coming down in price, I guess. So, but if you look here, it has smart flight. The camera is 720, not real fancy on that, but it's got headless mode, which makes it easier for flying. Wi-Fi streaming, so you can connect to a phone and watch it, with the virtual reality. Watch from the camera where you're going and stuff. It's got flipping. Not real interested in that. And it's got takeoff here, 1 key landing, so. And auto hovering, and up to 12 minutes of flight time, which isn't a lot, but for the cheaper ones, that's not too bad. It also comes with some VR goggles. It comes with your controller there. That doesn't come with a phone. That you have to provide yourself. But it's supposed to work for an iPhone or for an Android type phone. Okay, but nice looking, it seems like here, and it's called the Promark Virtual Reality Drone. This is for ages 14 plus. So that's me. I'm quite a bit above that. So, main reason I bought this, I want to take some aerial photos and pictures around the house here, just to kind of look and see what things are looking like. And plus, I kind of like drones, fly them and different things that way, just for fun. So, kind of a hobby here. And anyway, I'll get this unboxed and put together, and we'll come back and I'll talk a little bit about the parts of it. T back here, and I want to show you here what I had to do. It comes somewhat assembled. The blades, the prop propellers are already on it, the props, and so those you don't have to install. The only thing I really had to do, besides putting in the battery, was put on these legs and put on these guards. Okay, and there's a little insert that comes on the guards here that go in, and they just slide in there, and then there's a screw. Couple screws that you screw it on underneath there. Just look for those real easy. It comes with a screwdriver, so I didn't even have to get a screwdriver out. It comes with one that fits it, and you're able to do that. And then I also had to put these legs on, and they just go in here. Same thing, couple screws, and you're done putting those on. And that's all the assembly there was, other than I had more trouble trying to get the battery in than anything else. And that's probably just because I got big fingers here, but trying to get those, there's 2 connectors on it. There's this one here with the red, and there's this one that looks like it goes to a circuit board or something down in there. So it provides power to a couple things. Probably maybe one's to the camera or Wi-Fi. It does have Wi-Fi in it for communication, looks like. And anyway, close that back up. You'll figure that out. Not real hard to assemble. Most anybody should be able to do that, but that's not a problem. Then this cord plugs in here, and that powers the camera, I guess, and this antenna here for controlling it. Now there is a slot here on that camera. Not just sure what that is or if that's anything at all. So, maybe somebody else that's got one of these, maybe they know, can post a comment for me. But that's on the back of the camera. You can see the front of the camera here. Say this ain't a real high resolution camera, but it does move up and down. It's not really made for taking high res photos or anything like that you're going to use that way. It's made for the virtual reality, being able to fly the drone by putting that VR headset on. So if I was going to do a high quality camera, I don't know if this would lift a GoPro or something else. It might. Seems fairly sturdy here, but I haven't actually flown it too much. So yet, other than after I got it out of the box, I did take it out. Need to plug it in. I want to make sure the battery's fully charged. You want to charge that up. And they say 4 to 5 hours, I think it was, to charge the battery. So it's got a little plug in here, and that plugs into a USB cord. It has that little round one that goes in there, and the other end's just a flat USB, like on a computer. But you can have a wall socket or anything like that you plug the USB charger into. So any kind of USB charger that cable goes for. So but that is a round plug. I don't know if that's a standard issue or anything. I haven't run across those, so probably is. But anyway, that's where the voltage goes in to charge it. And I'll get this on the charger, and then we'll do some looking at the flying on it. Okay, we got her assembled here, and like I say, the only thing I had to put on was the props there, and not the props, the prop guards, and the legs down there, and we got that all ready, and I got the batteries in it and charged up. And this here is the controller. Now it does have a place to hold your phone on there that mounts on there, and I'm videotaping with my phone, so I can't show you the program on there, but just give you a brief rundown. I'll do that later when I get another camera here and do that. But just to tell you, if you're wanting to connect it, there's a what they call it, QR codes on the instruction. You can go there with your phone. If you don't have a QR reader, you'll need to download one, or you can just go to the App Store and look up PR drone or Promark drone or Promark app, something like that, and it'll pop up, and you can download the app for it. And once you get it installed, then in order to connect it to your phone, what you have to do is first turn on the quadcopter. So just turn on the button that's right down here underneath, press that, and you'll see it lights up. And I put these tapes on. That's the front of the drone where the white lights are. So you need to know where front is, that's where it's at, and that's the front of the camera. So once you turn it on, then you go to settings with your Wi-Fi on your phone. So, and you need to connect to it. You may have to wait a little bit because it takes probably 30 seconds to a minute for it starts sending out the signal, say Promark or something like that on it for the Wi-Fi signal. Once it pops up, you just connect to it, and it'll connect then and say you're connected. And once you do that, then you can go start your application. And when you start your application, there's a play button on it, and I'll get to that later on how to run it from the phone. But if you do that and you go to the play, you'll be able to see what's going on in the camera and still be able to run from the transceiver here, the controls. So I would do that. I would connect to the Promark Wi-Fi and with your phone and run the program, press play. Then you're able to see what's in the camera. You can put your phone on here, and then you can be able to see what the camera's seeing on the drone when you're flying around, or you can put it in your that headset that comes with it. I still have that in a box. I didn't take it out, but it's got a VR headset where you put your phone in and make it look like you're riding on the thing, looking through the camera lens. So anyway, you do that, then you have some controls on here. You press and turn it on. Then before you can do any configuring for what you want on the drone, you need to connect to it, and you push this up and then down, and then that shows you're connected. Now what I do is if you got any wind at all, you'll want to speed it up with the red, and that's the top one. If you want to slow it down, you're there, you can go down with that. But outside, if there's a little bit of a breeze, if you want to fly into it, you're going to need a little bit more there. And then the other thing they have here is a button right above those, and this button, when you press it, it takes you to, you see there, it changed to headless mode. And what that means is that as long as whatever direction I got that drone facing in right now, it's facing that direction. It doesn't matter which way the drone is turned. If I push up on this control, it's going to go forward that direction. So once I put that, it knows that it was facing that direction. So if I spin the quadcopter around up in the air and I push forward on that, it's not going to go off this other direction. It's still going to go off the direction it originally was heading at. Once you hit headless mode. So that makes it easier for beginners flying. I think you don't have to worry about which way it's oriented. You just know you push forward to make it go away from you, push back to make it come back towards you, and then left and right to go sideways. One or the other, and it doesn't matter which way you turn it around for the camera, which way it's seeing. So that's kind of a nice feature on it. I like that. And then it's got a hover mode. I ain't quite figured that out. They say you're supposed to press and hold the camera button, but that also turns on the camera, so I'm not sure how that works. Reading that on the instruction, I wasn't quite clear on it, but it seems to hover automatically by itself when I bring it up and just leave it. It seems to stay at that height and without having to do anything else. Just kind of maybe one of the defaults, I'm not sure. So, but anyway, that's what I know on it so far. I'll take it out and maybe take a video of it flying here. So, don't want to try it in the house. It's got one button here that you're supposed to press, and that makes it take off and go. But from what I've seen, it'll take off. I ain't sure if it'll hit the ceiling in here. I only got an 8-foot ceiling. If I had a little bit taller ceiling, then I might try it, but not sure what will happen here. So anyway, we'll take her outside and see what happens.